Charlie the Steak was an iOS game that was published and developed by Dynamic Dust's Sebastian Haddle in 2013. And the game was known to be a stress reliever game, in which you can torture an anthropomorphic steak that was designed to be annoying for the players. The game is still well known to this day. In fact, it's even more well known than ever due to it gaining meme attention in early 2024, with memes being made about the game's character, Charlie, and about the game's absurdist concept, campiness, and very unconventional gameplay. Although the game has since been delisted from the App Store, with many speculating that it was likely due to its usage of gore, or that Apple was delisting 32-bit apps that were eligible to transition to 64-bit, which was the case for Charlie the Steak. However, those two speculations were later debunked, when one of the game's developers stated that the reason for the app being delisted was because the people who run and are in Dynamic Dust eventually decided to close the company. There were 4 modes of torturing Charlie in the game, those being well done, medium, rare, and raw, with well done being the most gentle one and raw being the most aggressive and wildest one. And the game was known for taking inspiration from the Talking Tom series, with its last update occurring on July 2nd, 2015. For a while after the game had gained attention on social media sites such as X or TikTok, no IPA files of the game would surface. However, people were claiming to have a fan port of the game installed on Android, even though no official APK was ever made out of the game, since Dynamic Dust hasn't released the game on Android devices. Before the game was found, there were several review videos of the game that were available to watch on YouTube, which can also still be viewed as of now. However, it seemed as though Charlie the Steak would never be able to be downloaded by anyone ever again. And that was the case until the game's developer Sebastian Haddle confirmed on his Reddit account that a re-release of the game could be coming soon, after a discussion about looking through the source code to update it so it could comply with the new App Store guidelines. On August 2nd, 2024, archive.org user Dipper Gaming uploaded the game's IPA file to the Internet Archive, making the game no longer unplayable. And 2 days later, on August 4th, 2024, Sebastian Haddle released the game on the App Store due to the game's resurgence in popularity, although the game is only available to download in the US as of now. But with a VPN, you can install the game in countries outside the US. Mini-Putt was a golf game developed by Artec Digital Entertainment and released by Accolade for home computers in 1987. And in 1991, the game was ported to the Famicom in Japan by a company called A-Wave, with it being planned for release in the United States the same year by JVC for the NES, before it was cancelled for unknown reasons. The game was featured in Nintendo Power, Electronic Gaming Monthly, and other professional magazines, and received a high rating in a review in the February 1992 issue of GamePro. 2 prototype ROMs of the game have been confirmed, and one of them was listed on eBay on October 3rd, 2015 for 99 cents and ended on October 13th for $1,525, although unfortunately the ROM never surfaced online. Recently, on August 2nd, 2024, LMW user Bro3256 inquired on the game in the Hidden Palace Discord, before video game preservationist, historian, and developer Frank Cafaldi of the Video Game History Foundation would then post a ROM of the game shortly after, to which Bro3256 would then upload the ROM to Hidden Palace, making it available to everyone. I should also mention that the ROM was dumped sometime during the year 2002, but did not resurface to the public for over 22 years. And it is currently unknown which specific prototype cartridge the ROM originates from. SpongeBob SquarePants and the Nicktoons Gravjet Racing was a racing game planned for release in 2009, featuring characters from SpongeBob SquarePants, Barnyard, Ren and Stimpy, Fanboy and Chum Chum, My Life as a Teenage Robot, The Mighty Bee, and possibly more. However, the game ended up getting cancelled, but before its cancellation, the ESRB rated the game and gave it an E rating, stating that it was intended to be released for the Xbox 360 and PC. The game's developer was confirmed to be Santa Cruz Games in a video about the company, and the game's gameplay would have been similar to the racing series Mario Kart and F-Zero, in the sense that it would have played at a fast pace and had a feature for battling with weapons, along with panels on the track which would cause the driver to slow down or spin out after driving over them. It is also known that every character was assigned a unique kart which stayed in the art style of the character's represented series but made into futuristic versions. The game managed to get pretty far in development, with it leaving the beta stage, making it ready to be released. However, it would end up getting cancelled as a result of financial difficulties. And for quite a while, no game builds were released online, only gameplay images, promotional images, models, concept art, and some animations from the game. On August 1st, 2024, YouTuber Alpha Archive found a build of the game on an Xbox 360 development kit, and uploaded it to archive.org the next day on August 2nd. Who's Your Daddy is a 2005 reality show that aired on Fox, that featured a woman named TJ Myers who had been adopted when she was only 6 weeks old. And during the show, she was introduced to 8 men, one of whom was her long-lost biological father, to which she would be forced to spend time with each man before having to pick out which one she believed was her father. And if she guessed the correct man, she would get $100,000, but if she guessed wrong, the man she incorrectly guessed as being her father would get the $100,000 prize. Before the show aired, it managed to garner a good amount of backlash and public outcry, with many considering its premise to be in poor taste and offensive to adoptees. And adoption organizations and supporters protested against the show airing, and a Fox affiliate station in North Carolina refused to air the program. And not only that, but Entertainment Weekly would note, "We're sure that the lawsuit that follows, claiming emotional distress, will make an equally dramatic special," in their criticism of the show. My gosh, that is a savage comment from them. The program was hosted by English actress Finola Hughes, and the show's first season was intended to be 6 episodes long. But after all the controversy the show got after airing its first episode, the remaining 5 episodes were scrapped and shelved. For many years, none of the 5 unaired episodes would resurface online or anywhere, and this is due to the show not being readily available to watch online. Also, the show's first episode would not resurface too, most likely due to it never re-airing on television after its initial broadcast. Actor John S. Robbins, who played one of the fake fathers, would post a short clip of himself from the show on his YouTube channel. However, all 6 episodes of the show were still lost. And that was the case until August 3rd, 2024, when the entire first episode was made available on YouTube and archive.org. And the source of the episode was from a bootleg DVD that was obtained back in 2023. In 1995, multiple decks of educational Mario flashcards that were officially licensed by Nintendo were beginning to be released. And they were produced by Atlas Editions and Newfield Publications, and also are considered an international derivative of the 1992 Fiche's Tintin set. The cards were divided into 91 decks, each having 20 cards from 18 different categories, bringing the total amount to 1,820 cards. And in case you are wondering, Atlas Editions and Newfield Publications are no longer active, as seen on their website. which also does not list the quiz cards, implying that they stopped selling them sometime during 1997 to 1998, since the website was created in 1998. Many of these cards are infamous for their unusual depictions of the Mario universe, such as Luigi reading about Hitler, Bowser worshipping Al Capone, and Mario and Luigi protesting nukes as examples. Yeah, these cards were something else, I'll tell you that. It is known that the illustrations for all the quiz cards were done by cartoonist Gary Fields, although any of the older cards do not credit him at all. Whereas cards from 1996 to 1997 have illustration credit in the bottom left-hand corner on the front of the card. And each card was known for having a unique art style not seen elsewhere, inspired by 2D Mario titles and illustrations from the 1993 official Nintendo character manual, which is actually heavily referenced in the prototype cards. Similar to other educational card sets sold by the same companies, the Mario Quiz Card set operated on a subscription-based distribution. And to promote the cards, sample packs would be mailed at random, with recipients being able to subscribe for more cards. And the sample packs were known to contain 12 cards from the first 2 decks and a pamphlet with steps for claiming subscriptions. For a small fee, subscribers could obtain new decks every month, as well as a card box, user manual, tattoos, dividers, and a calculator. And it is likely that certain card decks could only be obtained during specific times while subscriptions were active, which is due to the varying amount and selection of cards throughout different card sets. In addition, there are also various pamphlets included, typically promoting subscriptions and bonus materials. The cards were known for containing numerical codes that can be found on the back of them, around the bottom right corner representing deck and card numbers. What you are seeing is an example code right here. Out of all the 91 decks of the Mario quiz cards that were made, only 11 are partially found and 0 are completely lost. And recently on August 4th, 2024, Deck 17 was completely found, thanks to Forever Rainbows and Sailor Moon Moon on Discord. Ninjai, also known as Ninjai the Little Ninja, is a Flash cartoon that first appeared on June 4th, 2001. As a trailer created using Adobe Flash, before having a trademark filed for its title 10 days later. And the cartoon was a creation of the Ninjai gang, who were known for creating the web-based cartoon that centers around the life of Ninjai, a young samurai/ninja who is traveling the world looking for meaning and purpose. And along the way, his path is crossed by rogues or people who help him. Ninjai also has a best friend known as Little Bird, who is a cute and brave sidekick with whom Ninjai often converses. The animation series would eventually garner a strong following with its unique style and storyline at the time, and the series would end up lasting for over 12 episodes that were a few minutes in length. Despite the series being made by martial artists who did animation only as a hobby, the quality of the animation would grow steadily as the episodes progressed, with each episode taking more time to finish as the series went on. And after the release of episode 12, the series production would come to a halt, with the promise of more episodes in the future. However, news would break out that the Ninjai gang were abandoning making short-form animations and instead focusing towards making a feature-length film. And I would go into more detail about the film, however, that is not what this entry is about. However, I will recommend you guys this video by Blameitonjorge that explains everything you need to know about the film starting at this timestamp. Since I don't want to cover something that someone else already covered without bringing up anything that hasn't been brought up before, as I like to focus more on bringing awareness to lost media that hasn't really been brought up much on the internet. Anyways, all 12 episodes were uploaded online multiple times, with each time they were uploaded ending in them getting taken down. However, on August 18th, 2024, YouTuber Silver Spewer would upload all 12 Ninjai episodes in a single video, making all episodes of Ninjai available to watch. At least for now, unless someone archives them. There is a Swedish game development company known as Takabaka that create apps designed for children from the ages of 3 to 11. And since 2011, they have had over 100 million downloads across all of their games, with one of their games being Helicopter Taxi. That was their first ever game released. Released in 2011, the game featured augmented reality elements in which the player drives a quote-unquote helicopter taxi to pick up quote-unquote passengers. And due to the augmented reality, the helicopter taxi would appear to be in the area in which the game was played in. The game was released exclusively for iPhones and was met with mostly positive reception, with the American magazine company Wired praising the game for its use of augmented reality. However, despite the game being well received, Takabaka would remove the game from the App Store on October 13th, 2011 due to the game's quote-unquote lack of quality. With the game no longer being available to download on the App Store, it would suffer a decrease in popularity. And its decrease in popularity is why there are few images and recordings of the game that can be found. Recently, on August 26, 2024, LMW user Elfuo dumped the game's IPA from his mother's iPad and uploaded it to Mediafire, after noticing that the game was downloaded and still on his mother's iPad. However, if you were to play the game on newer iOS versions, it would unfortunately not work, due to the game being a 32-bit IPA and Apple removing support for 32-bit apps. Sweet Slave Comedy is a vocal synth song made by the producer Akiba Wada P, with vocals provided by the UTAU synth Sakayufu. And the song is 3 minutes and 41 seconds in length, with it featuring an original music video that was made by its producer. Sweet Slave Comedy is a mysterious and upbeat song, featuring heavy use of violin, a guitar solo, and bilingual Japanese and English lyrics. And Akiba Wada P is a Vocaloid and UTAU producer who was active from 2011 to 2016. Although not officially confirmed, it is widely believed that Akiba Wada P rebranded to the name Slave.vvr in 2016 and has been an active producer ever since. Sweet Slave Comedy was originally uploaded to the Japanese video sharing website Nico Nico Douga, which is now known as Nico Nico Incorporated, on December 23, 2013. However, the song would end up getting deleted within less than a year of it being uploaded, sometime between September to November of 2014. And at the time of its deletion, the song had garnered over 3,716 views, 78 comments, and 223 My Lists. Sweet Slave Comedy was also featured in 6 Vocaloid ranking compilations, including getting ranked first in Weekly Vocaloid and UTAU ranking number 326, 268. And yet, despite it once getting ranked first, the full song would remain lost. Or at least lost until August 27, 2024, when the full song and music video was found and uploaded to the Chinese video sharing website Bilibili. Before the song's video link was soon featured in a comment on a What's That Song post about Sweet Slave Comedy, giving it more exposure to users who were looking for it. Alright, so this entry I don't have much to say about, since its Lost Media wiki page doesn't say much about it. But nevertheless, it's still a piece of lost media found in August of 2024, so I'll still bring it up. Joe Ball's World is a Spanish platform game developed by Extreme Soft around the year 1994. And while it's not confirmed, the game might have been named after American serial killer Joe Ball, who was known for murdering around 2 to 20 people in Texas from 1937 to 1938. Before the full game was found, there were several references to the game on the internet, and additionally, there was a gameplay video on YouTube that was available to watch. Recently, on August 26, 2024, Lost Media Wiki user Jerry Ilyanov found the game on a Russian DOS gaming website and uploaded the game to the Internet Archive, making the entire game available to play. Monster Buster Club, which is commonly abbreviated as MBC, is an animated TV comedy action series co-produced by Marathon Media and Image Entertainment Corporation, that originally premiered on the French television network TF1 on October 29, 2007 in France, followed by a subsequent premiere on June 2, 2008 on the Jetix channel in Europe. The series focuses on the escapades of free human preteens and their alien companion who are part of the Monster Buster Club, a secretive organization dedicated to combating mischievous aliens that threaten their town named Singletown. In 2005, a pilot of Monster Buster Club was developed to show the series to TV executives, and the pilot episode was known for featuring distinct 3D character models and notably lacking the presence of the character Sam within the MBC. The pilot is also known for having an intriguing image from it being initially unveiled at the MIPCOM event in 2006 by Marathon, offering a glimpse into the series' early development. On August 4, 2007, Jean-Louis Van de Stock, the director of the series, revealed in a blog post that a high-definition video of the pilot was accessible on the official Monster Buster Club website, which was accessible before the series debuted on TF1. And additionally, there was an image from Marathon's website that depicted the character Kathy Smith as she appeared in the show's pilot episode. On March 4, 2024, Lost Media Wiki user Sanella managed to find a full poster showing 3 of the show's main characters as they appeared in the pilot episode, along with an ad for the show showing its old logo as well as its co-producers. However, things would get much better on August 30th, 2024, when Sanella discovered the entire pilot on Frank Viber's website, with it being in a slideshow, giving us a chance to finally be able to watch the full pilot.